Chosen one, stop scrolling for a moment. This is not random, and you didn't arrive here by accident. If you've ever asked God why your life feels delayed, why you've been overlooked, misunderstood, or kept in the background while others moved ahead, this message is for you. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear will explain your past, make sense of your pain, and prepare you for what God is about to do next. What felt like being forgotten was actually God hiding you for a reason. There are seasons when God intentionally removes His chosen ones from visibility, not because they lack potential, but because their purpose carries weight. You were never meant to grow under constant observation. You were never meant to be shaped by applause or destroyed by criticism. God saw what you would carry, and He knew exposure too early would damage you. So He covered you. He kept you unseen. He allowed people to underestimate you, walk away from you, and even dismiss you. And that hurt. It hurt deeply. But what they didn't know was that heaven was actively involved in your silence. You questioned yourself during this season. You wondered if you missed your calling, if you made the wrong choices, if God changed His mind about you. There were moments when your prayers felt unanswered and your efforts felt pointless. You watched others succeed doing less, while you worked harder and remained unnoticed. But God was not measuring your progress the way people do. He was not building your image. He was building your foundation. And foundations are always laid underground. God hides His chosen ones to protect them from unnecessary battles. Had you been visible too soon, you would have faced attacks you weren't prepared to handle. You would have been pulled into relationships that would have drained you. You would have been elevated without the strength to endure the pressure. So God delayed the spotlight and intensified the process. He allowed isolation to become your classroom, silence to become your teacher, waiting to become your training. And though it felt unfair, it was intentional. This is why your journey has been different. You couldn't blend in. You couldn't follow the crowd. You couldn't find satisfaction in shallow things. God separated you early because what He placed inside you is not common. While others were being celebrated, you were being corrected. While others were being promoted, you were being refined. While others were chasing attention, you were being taught obedience. And obedience in private always leads to authority in public. The hidden season exposed parts of you that needed healing. It forced you to confront insecurities, pride, fear, and doubt. God stripped away anything that would compete with Him. He allowed you to feel small so you would learn to rely on Him fully. He allowed disappointment so your faith would deepen. He allowed loneliness so your relationship with Him would strengthen. This season was not about punishment. It was about preparation. And let's be honest, there were times you wanted to quit. Times you questioned whether staying faithful was worth it. Times you considered settling for less just to escape the waiting. But something inside you wouldn't let go. That was God, holding you steady when you were weak, keeping you aligned when you were confused, protecting your destiny even when you couldn't see it. You were hidden because timing matters. God does not rush purpose. What He is about to reveal must stand, not trend. It must last, not impress. If He had revealed you earlier, you would have been applauded temporarily and forgotten quickly. But God is building something lasting through you. Something rooted. Something that can withstand storms, criticism, and pressure. That kind of strength cannot be rushed. Think about this: seeds grow in darkness before they ever see light. Roots develop where no one is watching. And the deeper the roots, the higher the growth. God allowed your roots to go deep. That's why the waiting felt long. That's why the silence felt heavy. That's why progress felt invisible. But just because people couldn't see it doesn't mean nothing was happening. Every tear you cried alone mattered. Every prayer whispered in frustration was heard. Every moment you chose faith over fear was recorded. Heaven never lost track of you. God never forgot your name. He was simply working in ways you couldn't measure yet. Chosen one, your hidden season was not wasted time. It was sacred time. Time when God was aligning you with His will, separating you from distractions, and preparing you for a level of responsibility that requires maturity. He was teaching you how to move without approval, how to trust without evidence, and how to obey without guarantees. Those lessons are priceless. And here's what you need to understand before moving forward. People who weren't present during your process will be shocked by your outcome. They won't understand how you emerged so strong, so steady, so clear in purpose. But that's because they didn't see the nights you prayed instead of slept. The battles you fought in silence, the discipline you developed when no one was watching. God did that work in secret so the results would speak for themselves. If your life feels quiet right now, don't panic. God often speaks loudest in silence. If doors feel closed, don't force them. God closes doors to prevent premature exposure. If you feel overlooked, don't grow bitter. God often hides His greatest vessels until the exact moment they are needed. This is not the end of your story. This is the final stretch of preparation. The same God who hid you is the same God who will reveal you. And when He does, it will be clear that your delay was divine, your isolation was intentional, and your silence was strategic. So stay faithful, stay grounded, stay obedient, because what God hid is about to be revealed, and when that moment comes, it will make sense why it had to happen this way. Chosen one, now that you understand why God hid you, you must also understand what comes next. The revealing is not a rumor or a distant promise. It is a shift already in motion. God never keeps His chosen ones hidden forever. He hides them until the work is complete, until the foundation is strong, until the timing is aligned. And right now, the pressure you feel is not resistance, it is transition. It is the sign that what was built in secret is about to be tested in the open. When God begins to reveal you, things start changing quietly before they change publicly. Your spirit becomes unsettled with the familiar. What once felt comfortable now feels restrictive. Old environments feel heavy. Old conversations feel empty. You can no longer tolerate what you used to ignore. This is not confusion. This is discernment awakening. God is sharpening your awareness because visibility requires clarity. You cannot carry hidden habits into a revealed season. You cannot walk into purpose while holding on to what belonged to preparation. The revealing season will not look the way you imagined. It rarely comes with announcements or sudden applause. Often it begins with responsibility before recognition. God will place you where you are needed, not where you are admired. He will stretch you, challenge you, and position you in situations that require courage. And this is where many hesitate. They expect the revealing to feel safe. But God reveals you when you are ready, not when you are comfortable. As you step forward, you will notice a shift in how people respond to you. Some will suddenly see what they once overlooked. Others will feel threatened by the change they sense in you. Not everyone will understand your growth, and not everyone is meant to come with you. This is why God trained you in solitude, to stand firm when opinions change. You already learned how to survive without approval. Now you must learn how to lead without seeking validation. There will be moments when you are tempted to explain yourself, to prove your worth, to defend your process. Resist that urge. What God reveals does not need your defense. The same God who hid you knows how to cover you in public. Your consistency will speak louder than explanations. Your fruit will answer questions your mouth never should. Do not confuse increased attention with increased favor. Favor is not measured by popularity, it is measured by obedience. Stay anchored in the same discipline that carried you through the hidden season. Prayer cannot decrease just because visibility increases. Humility cannot fade just because opportunities expand. The revealing season is where many fall, not because they weren't gifted, but because they forgot who prepared them. God is also revealing you to expose what is inside others. Your rise will uncover jealousy, insecurity, and hidden intentions. Do not be surprised when support becomes selective, when celebration becomes silence, when some who once walked closely now observe from a distance. This is not betrayal, it is separation. God is refining your circle the same way He refined your character. Not everyone can handle the weight of what you carry. There will also be divine connections, people God assigns to your next season. They will recognize you without needing convincing. They will align without competition. They will sharpen you instead of draining you. Pay attention to who brings peace, clarity, and accountability. These are signs of alignment, not coincidence. As God reveals you, the enemy will attempt to distract you. Old temptations may resurface. Old fears may whisper again. This is not because you are weak, but because you are visible. The battle shifts from preparation to preservation. What you built in private must now be guarded in public. Stay alert. Stay grounded. Stay close to God's voice. Visibility without vigilance is dangerous. Remember, God is not revealing you to elevate your ego. He is revealing you to fulfill an assignment. Your life is meant to point people back to Him. The authority you carry is not for control, but for service. The platform you step onto is not for praise, but for purpose. When you remember this, pressure loses its power. Chosen one, the revealing season requires patience just as much as the hiding did. You do not need to rush ahead or compare your pace to others. God's timing remains perfect even when you are visible. Move when He says move. Speak when He says speak. Be silent when He says wait. The same obedience that protected you in secrecy will sustain you in the open. There will be moments when you look back and realize the hidden season saved you. It preserved your faith. It strengthened your spirit. It taught you endurance. And now, as God brings you forward, you will carry that strength with you. You will not be shaken by opinions. You will not be seduced by applause. You will not be broken by criticism. You have been trained for this. So walk forward with confidence, but remain surrendered. Walk boldly, but stay teachable. Walk visible, but stay rooted. God is revealing you not to impress the world, but to impact it. And what He reveals, He sustains. Always. Stay close to Him. This is only the beginning.